So for today's tutorial, we're going to talk about opening a new project if you're ready to create a new layout, and then also what you do when you're completed with that layout and saving, or if you're still in the process, how you would save your files. So we're going to start off by creating a new project, and you can click here, right here for new project, or also you can click up here and do new or open an existing project. But we're going to go ahead and click here on new project, and it's going to open up this screen for you. And right here, these are a few things that we need to adjust if you're opening this program for the first time. But typically, once you've made these changes, it should save those for you. But this is just one thing you'll want to check every time you're creating a new layout so that it's saved correctly. So you can choose to name the project that you're working on, or you can save that for when you're ready to save it later. Right here, typically where it says inches, when you first open this up, it's going to be set at pixels. I like to change my to inches because that's what I'm most familiar with. And then as far as your width and height go, I create my layouts 12 by 12 inches. And that's up to you if you prefer to do 8.5 by 11 or whatever size. You're welcome to change that and do what you like to do. But like I say, I do mine as a 12 by 12. And then right here where it says DPI, this stands for dots per inch. And this is a real important part to make sure is correct. You want to have that at 300 dots per inch. Typically, when you're first opening this program, it's going to be set at 72. If you don't change this to the 300, if you were to print a 12 by 12 layout saved at 72, your picture is going to be really blurry and grainy. So it is an important step to remember to make sure when you're creating a new layout that this is set at 300. So that when you do print your layouts, they're nice and clear. As far as the background goes, you can keep this at white. There is a drop down that you can customize that if you'd like, but when you're doing scrapbooking, you're just going to be covering that up anyway. So keeping it on white is perfect. And then once you have that all set up, you can click on create, and that's going to open your project and have it ready for you to start creating your layout. So the next step I'm going to show you is saving your files. So I'm going to go ahead and open a file that has been worked on and saved, just so that we can talk about that a little bit more. Just go to File, Open, and then wherever you save your layouts that you're working on, you'll go there and open your file. Let that load. And as you can see right here, you've got your new project, which is the one that we just showed you how to do in setting up that. And then this tab right here is the layout that is completed or almost done. So when you're wanting to save your projects, if you are still working on it and you want to just step away and come back later to it, when you save for that, you want to go to File, Save as PSD. And when you save a file as a PSD, that saves everything in layers. So you'll name your file however you would like it. I've already got mine saved, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. Yes, I know that it exists already, and I'm going to replace that. So I've saved that file so that if I go back and I open it up again, everything's going to be in layers. So if you can see over here on the right hand side, all of my papers, my flowers, my photo, if I have text journaling, it's all going to be on its own separate layer. And that allows you to move things around and adjust things as you would like to. So once you are completed with your layout, you're going to want to save it so that it's all flattened so that it doesn't take up so much room on your computer. And when you flatten it and save it that way, if you were to open it again, it would all be solid and all of your layers would be gone and you wouldn't be able to adjust things again. So you'll save this when you're ready to be done. And the way that you do that is you go up to File and you click on Export. And then you want to export it as a JPEG, which is this JPG. You go ahead and click on that and it brings up this little box. You can also change your format here if you want to, but we've selected earlier. This is where you would name your file if you haven't done that yet. And then make sure that your height and width are what you wanted it at, and then quality. I like to have mine at an 80% quality at least, and that just makes it so that your picture's the good enough quality when you're ready to open it and print it. You can also move this over and save it at 100%. It's just going to take up more room on your computer, and it really isn't a necessary step. It doesn't make it any better, just takes up more space. So 80%, saving that at 80% is just fine. And it should save all of this once you go back in and after you've done your first save. And then you go ahead and click on Save. And it downloads it to your computer. So it's going to go to wherever your downloads go. And that's where you'll find it. That way, then you can move it from your downloads folder to your completed layouts folder, and then you're ready to go ahead and print that and start working on another one.